Right, so we've chemically stripped the tabletop. We've got rid of all the polish and we've neutralised it with methylated spirits. So the next stage is to give it a light sanding. Now, a little bit of health and safety. If you're creating any kind of wood dust, you need to have some kind of face mask or respirator. This is a disposable one. Because sawdust is carcinogenic. So it's for your own health safe. You need to sort of be aware of that. I'm going to dispense with a mask for this demonstration because the amount of dust we're going to create is not going to be that great. I'm going to clear it up as soon as we're finished. So what we're going to need to carry out the sanding is some very fine sandpaper. We do not use any kind of mechanical or power tool to sand this. We won't use an orbital sander or anything like that because it'll actually scratch the surface. And as we're actually French polishing it, any little mark will show up like a sore thumb. So, although sanding can be a bit boring, it's not that much of a task to actually sand this. So, using aluminium oxide paper, and the first sort of sanding we're going to use some 180 grit, and then we're going to finish off with this one, which is a 240 grit. Now, the grits numbers is actually how many particles of grit there are per square inch of paper. So 180, there's 180 particles of grit, and 240, there's 240 particles of grit. So obviously the larger the number, the finer the paper will be. And 180 is quite fine compared to what you might use like in the realms of DIY decorating. So it's not cheap, and we use it to its sort of maximum economical capacity, as it were. So we don't waste it. Now, a lot of people would just get a piece of sandpaper and just scrumple it up and use it. So now what we do, basically divide the sheet into thirds. This one's already had a third taken off it, and then like so, and then we divide we fold it into thirds like so, and that's a nice sort of hand, sort of palm sort of size piece to work on. And all we're going to do is just very lightly with the grain, like so. And you see it's actually producing quite a bit of dust. And then we'll do all that, and then we've finished off with a bit of 240 again with the grain. And very, very effective paper. As you see, it's actually cutting marvellously. So that's about it. So we'll do that, and then we'll go on to the next stage of sorting out any little problems that haven't been taken away with the sanding.